common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Everyone has access to the information. We just know how to analyze it better.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
What is going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome back to another live episode of Learn Crypto. My name is Nick Hellman.
I'm Todd Butterfield, the Todd Father.
You might be asking, why are we in good moods? We're red all across the crypto market. Well, that's because we locked in some profits. We put stops out originally yesterday morning, raised them last night, and then raised them once again this morning, literally hour before the Bitcoin and crypto market really fell apart. So we locked in all the gains. We're in profit right now. We're sitting on a lot of cash. We're looking for a new entry. So hopefully we can give you an update on our roadmap. If you missed out on that, well, that's because we're not always here live on YouTube, but all the Patreon members and those in the private Discord can confirm that. So if you want to catch those trades, then maybe you need to join. We're not asking for much, just a little bit for our time and effort. Shout out to Craig Nickham for the super chat you gave in last night's live show, hence why the rapid sign is up here and on the Learn Crypto rocket ship. $10 super chat or more gets you a question answered, and we'll even help you show your favorite crypto project. I wasted my Works ink here, so not my own ink. That's how we can afford it. So shout out to you, Craig Nickham, and shout out to Rapids, rapidsnetwork.io, two-tiered proof-of-stake and masternode cryptocurrency, bringing value back to social interactions. So today we are going to talk about a couple news pieces, but not a ton. We're going to talk about a new Coinbase listing. They did list EOS. We're talking about Coinbase. They're hinting at bringing margin trading. Binance is bringing margin trading. What me and Todd think about margin trading for the crypto economy and why 90% of you watching probably shouldn't do it. I don't even do margin trading because I think it's the stupidest thing ever, quite honestly. We've been nailing trades, but it just increases the risk so much. If you're wrong on one trade, your entire portfolio can get liquidated. While if I'm wrong on one trade, I still own the underlying and I'm still bullish on crypto. So if I buy a little too early on a project, price comes down, that's okay. I still own the underlying. With margin trading, you can actually lose everything, guys, or lose big chunks of your portfolio. I think that's going to put a bad taste in some people's mouths, but we'll talk about that here shortly. And then, of course, we're going to go to the Todd Father to look at some charts. Why we kept raising our stops, why they worked out, and where he sees us going from now. What is the volume saying? What is the price action saying? And can we keep on this keep on the train of finding good entries and exits and locking in profits in this volatile crypto market? We will be doing a Rapids giveaway from last live show, so if you didn't enter, leave a comment on our live show from last night with your RPD wallet address for your chance to win. Also, let's hit that like button, that subscribe button, and leave a comment on this video too. We will really appreciate it, and we'll reward you with a 10,000 RPD giveaway. Leave that RPD wallet address or your Telegram handle if you are in the RPD tip bot. You got anything to add, Todd, before we get started?
No, we got a lot to go over, I'd say here. A lot of alternatives and discussions, but we're ready to do it.
Shout out to Brain O'Brien. Shout out to Power of Achieve. Josh, Montana's in here. Gary O'Connell said Bitcoin hit 9K, and I told my boss to shove it, and now he's looking a little silly for that.
Looking for a job.
And then we got John Doe Music in here. What's up, dude? And then, a lot of the normal people. Brian of Brian said, did I lose several $100s by saving $30 on Patreon? Dang it. LOL, not the smartest move. Soon I'm in. Hey, the new month starts June 1. That's when I recommend to sign up. I know a lot of people are waiting because Patreon does bill on a monthly basis. So you'll have to go without our historical data for the next couple days and then sign up if that's what you choose to do. I don't know your financials, but if, hey, $30 isn't a lot, get in now. Get all of our historical data. Get our trades the next 2 days. And then join us again here in June for the crypto giveaway. All right, let's see what we got here. Coin market cap. Market capitalization down to $261 billion. What are you saying over there, Todd?
No, I was going to say something to James, but go ahead. Rocky Patel, do we both smoke cigars? We will. If you send them.
That's the image of me smoking the cigar on the thumbnail is actually a Cuban. I was down on Playa del Carmen, an all-inclusive in Mexico. So I don't do it on a daily basis, but when the occasion is correct, I do enjoy them. Bitcoin down to 82.93, down 4.3%. Red across the board. The ones that were hit the biggest, Tron, Bitcoin SV. Oh, man. You know, I sent out a joking tweet and in Discord that said, why do you own that poop? Talking about Bitcoin SV and to dump it during the rally yesterday. Well, that looked like a genius high-level TA call. Todd, I think I'm going to take your position. I think I just call all the tops.
Right, exactly. Now haters are going to make me famous. Go back to my screen. I don't really smoke cigars, but it looks like I smoke doobies. Somebody did that. I didn't do that myself.
Oh, that's too funny. Now on to the biggest winners. Cosmos ATOM is a massive winner, up 28%, was up about 30% at the all-time highs. This is one that I personally have missed up until this point. We had some entries in Discord. We missed them by a few pennies, and of course, that's when it had a 40% day. It is giving it back with the red day across the board. Hopefully, more of these atoms are released to some validators they look to sell, and we can get back in an atom somewhere in the 4 to 450 range is really the target. Maxim Coin, never really heard of it, up 13%. Hypercash up 8%, and Bytecoin up 5.6%. I don't understand Bytecoin. I don't know how this is ranked number 49. I thought this was like a proven scam, proven sheet coin, so I don't understand. But nonetheless, it's up there. You know, if you want to trade trash, that's fine. If there's money to be made, there's money to be made. But personally, I don't want to get caught holding bags of what can be scams or what don't really have a bright long-term future, as we do see this as a 1, 2, 3, 5-year ecosystem here in the crypto space for some massive gains. So I think there's plenty of opportunities with legitimate projects. That's why I don't trace too much of the unknowns or those that might be scammy for some easy gains. All right, Todd, do some charts, and then I'll hop over to my Twitter, some news, and, of course, the giveaway.
Yeah, we need to keep things straight. First, I want to show just a line chart that we usually show, because we show the candle, but this is a line chart showing, you know, we're still unbelievable bull move. We're still even here above this triangle formation. If I throw on the buys from the software, all these were buys from the software with no sells. I have labeled some short-term sells and buys up here. Those are more from Elliott Wave with Discord, trying to give people some ideas to manipulate positions, etc. Because really, when you come down to it on the software, the last real buy on the software would have been here at the 8,000 before the liftoff. All these short-term buys and sells are really just trying to be cute off the 5-minute intraday software and also some Elliott Wave, which is way tougher. I mean, even for myself, PCG, few people that I trade aggressively for did a few trades because maybe we was, overextended or wanted to take something off. But for most purposes, I'm still long. I still think we work higher from here. I'm trying to pick another buy off the software. So that's more what I'm worried about. And so if we go back to the candle chart we normally show, and then let's go back, because people are going to want to know the Elliott Wave counts I'm putting on. I'm going to show those real quick. But again, guys, I use buys and sells off the Wyckoff method, and I try to throw Elliott Wave on top of it. So I've said before, Elliott Wave's 5%. So we can't be trading just off Elliott Wave patterns, because still on Elliott Wave, you can see here, and it showed up even better on the line chart, that this was the end of the triangle, and we're at 1, 2, and we're still up here. So this could still be a 1, 2, and we're ready for liftoff. So you got to be careful with that, because we haven't taken out 7860 or so, 7900. So this count's still valid. So I want to show that. And then, hold on here. Got a lot going on. So if we go back to, hold on, I don't want candlesticks. What the hell am I doing? I mean, today then we had I was getting a little bit last night worried, because I'll show in a minute, volume was not behind this rally when it should have been. So I even tried a few shorts last night, thinking we wouldn't run to new highs. the new high today. I thought, well, okay, maybe we're going to get it going. I did raise stops to 87.60 inside Discord. I tweeted that. The problem is it fell within minutes of me tweeting that. That's all timestamped because a lot of people on Twitter's like, yeah, I call bullshit, whatever. But, and then also we had the stops at 85.50. So we had that in here if this level gave away. And then also 8,200, I thought, you know, makes me even a little bit more stand aside, take a look at it. So again, for short-term trades, 87.60, I said, be careful. 85.50 definitely was a level that should not have been seen if we were doing 5 waves up, which goes back to this chart. Because this is really the Elliott Wave reading that I've been showing. And again, that's still, if you look at the line chart, that's still okay. If you look at a 60-minute hourly, it's still okay. So this count still could be valid until we drop below really 75.50 on an hourly basis, etc. But again, the sell-off that we have does make me a little leery on that. So here's a possible count that I've shown, which means we probably, and this would mean this wave 4 is going to last more like the 5 weeks that the wave 2 did, which goes back to this wave 1, wave 2. I mentioned that was 5 weeks. The previous 4th was 10 days, so I didn't like that. So I was trying to figure out a way to make the wave 4 last longer. That's what this does. So that would mean that, you know, that was the A down, probably ended a little bit ago. So we're going to mouse around here for a B, get a big scare down to 74, 7,300. In the past, declines have held at higher levels, so maybe not even that. But that would mean then that still sideways before a liftoff. And then this is the count that I showed where the wave 5 was already upon us. And I was looking for some type of failure up here, which is what we got today. That's why I wanted to have some stops up there. This would be much uglier, which would mean we could have a sell-off down to 68, 6,700. Again, I don't think that's in the cards. And the only way I can really trade it, go back to the software, which is give us all the buys and sells that's made us any money. We're at 42.68 on the technometer. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then on the Bitcoin USD, I think we're at 43.1. I've got that saved here just to hopefully bring it up a little bit quicker. Software's running a little bit slow. There's Bitcoin USD at 42.68. Hold on. That was one I already had. This is Bitcoin USD, 43.14. So again, in a bull market, 40 could be friendly. That's what caught the 8,000 low. So no buy from the software, but definitely would get close at 43 and 42 and change. So, and then if we look, this is the intraday that I always look at. You can see here the ride this morning, which is what got me worried last night. There was no volume really behind this, because from the E-Wave low here, volume should have really came in. It didn't. But then again, now we're back at new lows for volume, so still major selling. And at the end of the day, Bitcoin's at 82.50, still a higher low. I don't think the back's really been broken. So, you know, I'm just trying to wait for a buy signal. And if you're short-term trading, you should have stopped yourself out on the way down today. Here is Bitcoin USD 5-minute, same type of thing. Volume, price goes to above 9,000 a day, volume is nowhere, which made me want to raise my stop to the 87.60. That's why I did that. So again, I mean, all I can do is wait for a better buy signal off the Wyckoff software and then try to throw an Elliott Wave count on it. And I've kind of showed the bullish ones, the bearish ones, and now we're just kind of in a waiting pattern. So let's see if anybody got any questions, and we'll come back to that.
I was just seeing if I could show the Discord timestamps of our telling everybody to put stops in without showing too much other info, but I don't know if that's possible. Essentially, yesterday morning, I said to put stops in at 8,400 on Bitcoin based on, and then Did that for Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP. Then last night, Todd said to move them up another $150, and then this morning we moved them up another $150. So hopefully everybody in Discord put a stop on any of those because they're all winning trades. You either made 200 on Bitcoin, 350 on Bitcoin, or 500 on Bitcoin. Either way, if you're happy with a $500 gain on Bitcoin, and we kind of have uncertainty in the market, we still potentially could go higher. Well, then just buy it right back. Because now you just made whatever that is, 5-10% more Bitcoin just by having that nice stop in there, and you can go to bed still with your Bitcoin either way we break. So that's really up to you. Right now I'm still sitting in primarily cash. I did get filled in Link. I'll show you that chart real quick because I got to show this because I took so much heat. Essentially over in Discord, we've been waiting patiently since these highs for an 11,200 sat. Link, well, massive selling after their mainnet was released today on top. So a sell the news plus Bitcoin dumping. It went down to, read that, that is 11,000. So I hit it within 200 sats there. We got filled. It immediately rallied back up 15%. I even went in Discord and said, I'm probably going to sell this 15%, take the 15% gains, and we'll revisit Link down the road. Well, that's what we did. It did continue to fall once again. Obviously, I was getting ready for the show, so I didn't buy. And we are finally seeing some sideways to green here. But, essentially why I show that is not only is that a winner for Discord and Patreon, winner for me, whatever, but fading the public and fading the emotion works pretty well. I had like 20 community members from Link get on me, and they're like, oh my God, you're an idiot. You're a fucking moron. Link's never going down. Oh my God. Look what happens. So if you fade all the noise, if you fade all the emotions, you're going to win a lot more than you lose. And really, we look at the charts, we look at some FA, but when we start hearing a lot of that emotions, I know Todd doesn't want to do it, but he does it even too, where you kind of fade some of the community, fade some of the chatter, because 9 out of 10 times they're wanting to buy at the highs and they're wanting to sell at the lows. So that's just the nature of the beast. So the more F-bombs that get thrown at me, the more confident I am in a trade, and that's usually when I put it in Discord. That's why this one went in Discord, and we hit it perfectly today. So the first bit of news.
Bring it back to me 1 second, too, because I want to explain some Elliott Wave, because a lot of people are interested in the Elliott Wave, et cetera, because, again, 11:14, which is right when we was coming off the highs, if you look at the timestamp, because I just said looks like roadmap higher is still good. So at that point, I'm still bullish because the roadmap was we did the triangle, and we're 5 waves up, and it looks like we're lifting off here. So, but the thing is, the reason I would have raised stops is this is a 1-2. If we're ready for a wave 3 up, volume should be coming in, which I just showed you wasn't. And then also, if we've done another 1-2, then there's no reason to overlap this 8760 level, because we should be in liftoff here. So if this count was going to be right, as I stated, then there's no way you're going to come back to 8760. So that's why I thrown this in and said, let's raise the stop to 8760 right here at overlap, because there's no way we're going to overlap if this counts right. So when we did overlap, that means this counts wrong, and you've got to drag the 2 wave down, to stay bullish. You've got to grab the 2 wave now, and instead of having it ending here, you drag it over to here. Then, as I showed you on Elliott Wave, is always 60-minute bars, so it's not the low wick. Even though I would hate to see a wick come below the E wave, because that would bother me. But again, Elliott Wave was always done on 60-minute hourly closes. So if you do that, it changes the picture a little bit, where this still could be a 1-2. This could be an ABC down, ABC up, and then a smash for the 2 wave. So again, we could put ourselves together here and work ourselves right back higher right here, right now. Software doesn't really support that, but it doesn't not support it. So just keep that in mind.
Sweet, let me grab this. The first bit of news that we're going to talk about is a new Coinbase listing. EOS is now available on not just Coinbase Pro, but actually Coinbase.com. Starting today, Coinbase supports EOS at Coinbase.com and in the Coinbase Android and iOS apps. Coinbase customers can now buy, sell, convert, send, receive, or store EOS. Now, why would they be doing this? Somebody's like, oh, is this the big June news for EOS? No, I think this is actually Coinbase probably getting ready for the news that is coming out in 2 days for EOS, trying to capitalize on some trading fees. So EOS is a cryptocurrency designed to support large-scale decentralized applications. There are no fees to send or receive EOS. Instead, the protocol requires EOS to use resources like RAM, CPU, and network bandwidth. It also rewards the entities that run the network periodically with new EOS, effectively substituting inflation for transaction fees. What is the news going to be? I'm not too sure. We have been telling you to buy EOS for much lower levels. Even in Discord, if you just started 2 weeks ago, I said I was buying EOS at 8150 sats. Right now, we're currently around 9,000 sats. Just got a Coinbase listing. Fortunately, no major pump to trade there because it happened as Bitcoin is breaking down. So EOS pretty much just held its levels and sat values. And we'll see what the news brings on June 1st. We talked about whether you should sell the news yesterday. So if you want to hear more about EOS and what I think about the news, then tune in to the video from last night. While we're talking about Coinbase, crypto giant Coinbase hints at first ever U.S. Bitcoin margin trading. We do know about BitNetMEX. We do know about Bitfinex. And, of course, the biggest competitor, Binance, announced they will be doing margin trading as well. Essentially, Coinbase said that they have to a lot of hurdles and regulatory compliance to be done in order for U.S. citizens to trade on margin. So we'll have to see and wait if that is coming soon or not. I know this is where we kind of want to talk about what we think margin trading, if it's good or bad for the crypto ecosystem. Personally, I think it's a negative thing to have the fiat onboarding platforms. So the platforms that beginners go to have margin trading. And I have some reasons for that, but maybe I'll let you go first, Todd. What is your opinion of margin trading in the ecosystem? But more specifically, the major exchanges where new money and where new individuals go to buy their first Bitcoin.
I mean, no one should be margin trading unless they're right like 60% of the time and have good risk reward and have been trading for a few years. I mean, there's no way. I don't think anybody trading without margin can do it very successful. It's too tough in the regular markets, let alone cryptos. It's too emotional. So nobody should be trading on margin. Nobody I know.
And my big thing there, fundamentally, or whatever you want to call it, why I think margin trading on the beginner and fiat gateway platforms is bad is because of this. I'm Nick Hellman. I put on $10,000 on the Coinbase. I get my first Bitcoin. What's this margin trade? Boom. I have zero. Well, I just lost all my money. Do you think I'm going to come back to crypto? Probably not. B, I'm I'm fresh to this. I'm putting on money and I'm winning some trades, losing some trades, but really I'm not being profitable. I'm getting wrecked on margin just like everybody else. Well, that doesn't help the ecosystem either. The reason that cryptos are here, you can look at the main use case, which we've discussed a million times. But as far as price appreciation of these assets, there's a finite supply. People keep putting in more money. People are hodling. People are trying to accumulate. People aren't margin trading and losing all those funds, hence why the price continues to go up. If you start adding margin trading to all these platforms, and especially the beginner platforms, all the money is going to be going to the companies instead of back into the cryptos. Now, maybe Coinbase will go buy Bitcoin for their own personal stash. I don't know. But they have overhead. They got to pay employees, etc. So they're probably just going to use that cash to pay off individuals. So, I mean, I just think it's a bad thing for beginners, number one, because they're going to lose their money, get a bad taste in their mouth, and not come back to crypto, not put more money in crypto. And then two, it reduces the money in the ecosystem because people are going to get liquidated. BitMEX is going to take your money. Coinbase is going to take your money. And instead of people dollar cost averaging, taking Bitcoin off the market, buying more Bitcoin, and you're going to see price appreciation due to the scarcity of some of these crypto assets and people using them, it's just become a digital trading game, and individuals are going to get liquidated 9 times out of 10. Guys, if you look up
I gave a 100x trade up there once just because I knew my risk reward and I knew where your stop could be. But then on these exchanges, stops in a lot of cases don't get filled. So that's the scary part. I mean, I think I mentioned it live. I mean, I'm doing some trading at 3 commas where stops go to market orders. So if anyone's really trading heavily and using stops, I probably would do a 3 comma account because a lot of stops aren't getting filled over at Coinergy the way that I've traded in the past. So, and with that in mind, any PCG client that hasn't given me new keys could do that because Binance deleted some keys, and also I'll take the same keys you give me and open up at 3 commas so stops get filled better. But any PCG client, really, I wish you would send me 2 sets of keys on every account that you have. 1 for Coinergy, 1 for 3 commas. That way I have a backup in case Coinergy goes down on me.
And really the biggest reason why I'm against it in this case, like I said, is because it's going to be a lot of beginners. Coinbase is supposed to be a fiat onboarding platform. It's where 9 out of 10 of you tell your friend when they're buying the first Bitcoin to go. I don't think exposing them to margin trading right away is the right thing to do. I don't think it's going to be good for them. I think it's going to put a bad taste in their mouth. And then also I think it stifles price discovery of some of these crypto assets because people are getting liquidated. Maybe like I said, maybe they're going to buy crypto with it, but they're probably not. They're becoming public companies that are for profit, and they're going to convert it to dollars to keep paying off their investors.
Drain the Swamp says he watches crypto 10 hours a day once hired. You'd have to. I watch it 20 hours a day, so you got to work harder. I'm working on 4 or 5 hours sleep now, so every day basically. The crypto, it's horrible that it never closes. That's the worst problem about this whole thing. I wish I had a weekend off.
What else we got?
Talking about?
Go over some charts.
Go
over some charts.
Somebody made a comment, do I give buys in the Discord, direct, or something? All my buys go into one specific area called, chart stocks, cryptos?
Yeah.
Anything I give actual trades, it's all there. Now, I will comment on other people's things in the chat and the members TA. I'll throw up charts in there to explain something. But if I'm really given a buy or sell, it's inside the one area where all major trades are going. And we tag everybody. So hopefully anybody in there understands that. We made that comment. It's in the welcome area to explaining that. But that's where they go. So
and nobody else is allowed to type in those chat boxes except for me and Todd, so they don't get buried.
So it's not lost. So
go over some charts, Todd.
Dang,
go over the normal. Go over
SVTVN
Digibuy,
says he's been doing it
Ethereum
since
Classic.
2013. Whoa. I mean, here's EOS. And hold on, why is my tags not showing on this one? I mean, there again, this was the wave. This was the triangle here, I believe. This could just be a 1-2. We're already, almost a buck off the lows. So EOS, I still think leads us higher, whether we're going now or later. I think that's a good one to have in the bag. Ethereum has been pretty strong. I've showed different counts. That was a triangle. We did come below there. I did show some alternate accounts. This could just be a flat here, so a little bit lower. So again, I mean, we're at 255 on Ethereum. I gave buys down at 170. Actually, there's a 180 buy still missing here. I never added. That was all on Twitter. So some of these, I'm so bullish longer term. If you're trading, I think it's just to add on positions. Or it's because you like trading. I wouldn't be trading your bag because these things can still ignite at any time, I think, and still go higher. And anybody I know that's really trading, you're getting left behind. I'm trying not to be that person. I got PCG clients saying, doing no trades, why would I pay you? My reply would be, I'd like to see somebody that's trading that's done better than just buying and holding off the low. I'm going to say that's not been done because you would have missed the big pumps. You got scared out on dumps, etc. So I'm not trading till I get a real sell signal on the software, and then I will take some off. But I still say with Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, everything coming, these things, screw all these Elliott Wave counts, etc. I think we could still explode. So I don't want to get left behind in a asset class that I think still got a shitload of upside to come. So I'd still rather try to find buy signals from the software and add fresh fiat. Nobody wanted to add fiat at the lows. No PCG client wanted to add at the lows. And now we got Discord, and everyone's wanting to buy up here, which is fine. But damn, there was way easier, less risk, easier reward trades than up here. But we'll still get some trades up here. So, and that's Ethereum. What do we got? Litecoin. I've had tough with Elliott Wave counts on Litecoin. Again, this could be an ABC, so we could easily rally here. I mean, we came strong off of 84. But shit, that's just a coin trending higher. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's oversold. Everyone sold the shit out of it. It looks sloppy back here. I mean, I got crap for now selling 90s, 87s when I really said you could. Here we are at 109. Had a few stops in today. Now I probably got to figure out how to get the shit back. So, I mean, I'm just, I'm still longer term. I'm not bearish here. If you're trying to be cute, yeah, we're trying to give buy and sells. We're trying to add more value. But I'm going to be bullish again when the software gives me what I think is a low risk entry point. So that's all I really got. I mean, XRP still, should have traded almost 48 again this morning and then quick down to 40. But nothing wrong with that chart. I did have sells in the technometers. I mentioned that a little bit on Discord, not much. Didn't give a sell off of it. In a bull market, an overbought technometer really is a, wait, watch, don't add on at the highs. So I still think Ripple is one that probably will surprise us to the upside here at some point.
See you, Mr. Lodak.
That's all I got because I am tired.
You just had so much energy, and now you're just like,
dude.
I mean, I don't know how you're not excited. We had all the stops before the crash happened, locked in all the profits. We had 40% drop down to our link entry. I mean, I don't know how much better and more excited you can get.
I don't want to kiss my own ass on public.
All right, well, let's go ahead and do the giveaway from last night's live show. We were talking about whales buying the BT and FD. They took a large percentage of the circulating supply off of exchanges since the low, so I'll definitely watch that. Also talking about EOS and my opinion on what the news may be and if you should sell it leading into June 1st. Well, let's go ahead and grab this. Where's my horns? What are you doing over there?
God. Now I'm going to my emails and my freaking Twitters. And what are you looking for? Horse race? Giving away something? We got to give away a course. Dang. People think I'm not giving it away.
You have a pin to your Twitter. And the winner of 10,000 RPD is Anthony Rosano. Thanks. Well, Anthony, I know you, but there is no RPD address here and there's no Telegram handle. Now, if you haunt me, if you watch this video, I'll still give you your 10K, but we're picking another winner. The winner is, you got to follow the directions, guys. It's real simple. I need an address or a Telegram handle so I can actually send you some RPD.
Supporter, though.
And now this winner is us. Well, that can't happen, so we'll have to pick another one. And the winner is John Roberts, sitting on the fence as half a bull. But if you jump the fence, then you could be seen as a halvening bull. That's me. He's making a little halvening joke for Litecoin and Bitcoin. And there is his Telegram handle. I will send you 10,000 RPD right now. I'm going to make Todd actually do something over there. And that's all we got, guys. Make sure to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. And leave a comment in the comment section below with the Rapids RPD wallet address or your Telegram handle for your chance to win for this video. We still got probably 20 minutes left on this show, so let's toss some questions in the chat box. Fundamental, news, technical analysis, and we'll keep shooting the shit, letting you know what we think is about to happen in the crypto market.
Drain the Swamp just fired up a doobie, I believe.
Whoa.
I don't drink coffee, sorry. I would take a Mountain Dew, though.
I love coffee.
But I'm trying to. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life.
Oh my gosh, you're missing
I don't
out.
really think I've had a sip. Something that I just won't try.
Why?
Coffee and Coke. Cocaine.
One and the same, pretty much. All right, I got to send this 10,000 RPD. So, Todd, go over some charts or see what's going on in the chat box.
I don't sleep in this market. That's been my issue. Well, I'm going to show this trade here just to show more patience than anything. I'm not logged in here, so I'm not showing my buys and sells, but I give a buy all the time on this show, 119, 120 for my pro traders. I said this was going higher. I manage mutual fund money. This is my biggest position. I think it's about 50% of my portfolio. I had the rally up here. I didn't take it off. I was getting a little bit of grief down here close to my stops, but it really was just a 50% pullback. So I really just held strong. I kept saying, and I've said this on the weekend review, which is free every week, that TLT was going to keep going and we'd bust through 126. So we did bust through there. We sat here for a little bit, and now we're really in the markup phase here. So I'm finally getting paid for what? 5 months of setting on this thing. Technometer is overbought. That'll happen in a bull move like this, so you just can't sell the first 50. You got to try to do some point and figure chart, objectives, etc. And then I will throw some Elliott Wave on it. And I do think this is probably a fourth wave. And this is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and we're at a 55 technometer, which is major overbought. So I'm probably rolling out of this long. I mean, if you're watching and you are long TLT, you can get out tomorrow. I don't think there's an issue with that. The only reason I haven't, I think stocks look still a little bit ugly. If stocks bounce, bonds will probably roll over. But here's Wyckoff Wave Growth Index hitting new lows, but technometer is almost at a sell because you can see the OP is hitting new highs while price is hitting new lows. That's all screwed up. So I'm not saying buy stocks yet. I'd like to be able to say that. Here's Wyckoff Wave trading neutral. Not a buy down here at the lows. SPY. Squares at neutral to really, I think it's at a 47, so no help there. Here's SPY at 43. Close to, I thought was going to give me a buy, but not. So I think stocks probably still probe lower. Bonds probably still probe a little bit higher before you worry about it. And here's GDX, which I've said I'm long with stops right at these lows or slightly below. Some people wanted to be short. I said I'm still long. So today we finally got a good move up, and I'm hoping tomorrow maybe we can jump through some of this resistance and say that precious metals are bottom. So again, I think I went long GDX, GDXJ over in here. So that was May 9th. People, giving me shit because I'm not giving out trades. I don't have buys on the stocks. We've been in a downtrend, and I'm long bonds and precious metals. So that's about all I can do.
There we go. We got T Jung 111 says tomorrow is the start of the monthly cycle for Patreon. I'm joining. That is awesome. We would love to have you, and that's probably a smart investment decision.
That's where the crypto porn is.
I think, we post a couple snippets on our Twitter on here, but really $30 a month. We make you one trade, and people are like, oh, I just made 10 months worth of Patreon. I mean, that happens.
And I will say, if I'm on fire next month, we're probably going to go to 40. I hate to say that, but
then we
if I'm on fire.
SVTVN, what do you think the future of Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and if you think the flipping will ever happen? I do not believe the flipping will ever happen. Ethereum will always be behind Bitcoin, in my opinion. The reason I say that is, A, Bitcoin's already got a head start. Bitcoin is the index of the market, and B, Ethereum has a lot of competitors. They're going to be competing against EOS, Neo, Ethereum Classic, Knowles, and the list goes on and on. There's a ton of competing protocol platforms. Well, there's competing peer-to-peer currencies too. I don't know. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV. So I just don't see it happening. I think Bitcoin's going to take back the market share that shitty projects like Bcash and Bitcoin SV have right now, and I think it's always going to stay afloat. Now, I think Ethereum's still going to have decent features. There's some big, that's the noise of some of those other ones. I don't understand why you guys want to hold that or take on that risk, but feel free to do so. And I just personally think that outside competitors are going to steal some of the market share from Ethereum. I still think Ethereum is a good whole. That they'll still think it's a good project if they can figure out their scaling solutions and get proof of stake going on their network. But I do not see a flipping occurring there. Hung Ku Core says, can we take a look at ZRX? If you can pull up a ZRX chart over there, that'd be nice. And then Josh Rampart says, mobile staking for RPD anywhere. Mobile staking for RPD is available on the Saddle wallet, but they are doing an upgrade, I think, until June 1st. So that will turn back on June 1st. You also have options like Pocket Nodes and My Staking Wallet, which have mobile applications for using a VPS for a staking wallet or a Masternode wallet as well. And I think if you're looking for mobile staking for RPD, you got some pretty good, exciting news coming in June. So that's your one hint you got right there.
I got to hold up there. What's the difference between Telegram and Discord?
Telegram is all in one chat. We can't sort anything out. Everything gets lost. With Discord, we do have titled and sorted chats. So here, I can actually show you real quick without showing you our information. I'll just pull up our welcome.
You sound like somebody else I know. You're not going to show us, but you're going to show us.
Yeah.
I don't lie, but I do lie.
So in Discord here, it's nice because we can subcategorize everything. So everything up here, only me or Todd can post in so things don't get lost. Our welcome channel, announcements, our technical analysis and trade picks. I don't want you to see those. Fundamentals picks, don't want you to see that. And of course, Palm Beach confidential picks, which can't really show you that. Other than that, these are all public channels. So we have a main chat, a TA chat, a FA chat, business chat, Masternode our staking. So this is a passive income chat.
You got any Supernode picks in there?
We have a lot of Supernode picks. Hangout room, and then, of course, a Rapids room. So everything's sorted out nicely on Discord. With Telegram, you can't do that. Everything gets lost. I use Telegram a lot for different crypto projects, Rapids, Tipbots, whatever. But as far as teaching and questions and tagging people, Telegram's a mess. Discord is where it's at.
There's SVTBN down the bottom kind of explaining it well too. And at the top there, hold on. Jeff Flanagan, I've not bought anything back that I got stopped out on. Nope. Brazil, do I trade level breaks? Wait for daily close? I probably look more at a 4-hour close on cryptos. I'm really looking more on the 5-minute chart to see where volume is. So I wouldn't have bought the break like in Bitcoin today because volume wasn't coming in like it should have. And I don't really consider myself a breakout buyer. I'm more of a dip buyer and selling breakouts. So I'm more of a do the opposite of what looks like works. So, but no, I'd probably want to see if volume is behind it before I did anything. And I will buy the break versus waiting for a close. And people looking for daily closes on cryptos, I think that's like the dumbest thing in the world. There isn't no close.
It's a 24/7 EOS.
I mean, that's weird to me.
Keith Coolin says, what was the target of the point and figure chart gave on the BTC accumulation in December till April? I don't know if you did that point and figure chart, did you?
From December to April? No, I haven't done a point and figure on Bitcoin. I did that one time, but I'm not comfortable with a lot of the point and figure charts, so I was hoping to get the software done so I could do that easier and better. Somebody said on TLT, balls of steel or patience. I mean, that TLT trade is one of those trades where just like being long Bitcoin from the lows and no sell yet, I mean, the home runs come, you know what? And then Peter Brandt said that is the home runs aren't coming from trading, they're coming from the buy and holds. So that TLT trade is going to make up for a shitload of false starts and buying breakouts that don't work, getting stopped out, whatever. So you need one of those home runs once in a while to fund all the other losers. That's why if you're right 60% of the time, you're going to make a shitload of money because the ones you were right on turned into a big gainer like the TLT or any of the Bitcoin ones we've had. So that's the key, and that's the hardest game in the world because I know some people were long TLT with me. I don't think anybody still is because they got bored with the trade. And I got bored, tried to raise stops. That's why even I got some people now giving me shit because I didn't get stopped out of this or that or whatever. But you know, when you're trading off buy and sell signals that you have, it's more like put on a trade, put a stop on it, manage the stop low as you go up, and try to hit home run. It's not like, oh, Bitcoin wick 300 higher, I'm going to get out and buy it lower, and that shit doesn't work over time as far as I'm concerned. So I am not that type of trader. And I've been around, you know, a room full of traders my whole life, really before I went out on my own. So, I mean, I sat in a trading room in Chicago Board Options Exchange. I watched all the bullshit. I watched a guy take 10 grand to freaking 3 million in a month. I've seen it all. So, but you got to have some type of method, some type of keep the madness in check. You got to have risk reward, etc. So.
Bamboo Ben says, Nick, what do you think of the price behavior with PundyX? If Bitcoin goes up, it will go down, and if BTC drops, it will go down also, right? Right now, PundyX is fine with me. PundyX is currently sitting at 12 sats. Bamboo, you're in Patreon. We're long from NPXS from 7 to 9 sats. Just got our passive income as well. And we were looking for a pullback to this 11, 12 sat range before blast off to a higher target due to the fundamental reasons that are available in the Discord. I think it's hashtag fundamental room. So check that out. I'm not worried here. Now, if you just bought in at 12 to 13, I don't even know if I want to tell you to put a stop on it. I think it's going to play out, may just take a little bit of time, and right now everything's still looking great. 7 to 9, we had the rally up to 14, back checked support at 11, and we're currently sitting at 12 Satoshis, even with the volatility in Bitcoin. So things are still looking good there to go higher, and you're probably about to get your passive income here in a couple days from that as well. What else you guys got? Any final questions for Todd Father, technical analysis? You want to see any more charts? Any fundamental questions? Anything like that? Don't forget to hit that like button and enter our giveaway by leaving a comment in the comment section below with that RPD Rapids wallet address or your RPD Tipbot Telegram handle for your chance to win.
Don't come to my screen.
Okay.
Because I got to bring up something for a client.
What else we got? I don't think I got too much more. I mean, I can pull up my screen and go ahead and see if there's any notifications. A bunch of them. Let's see if they're any good. Nothing special. And I don't think I really missed any other news. No major news, just a lot of TA bull crap, so I'm not going to pull up anybody else's TA. This is where I told you to sell BSV last night. Maybe you took that. So Ethereum Classic is looking to do its Atlas or Atlantis upgrade. Currently, that has not happened yet. 93% of the developers voted yes. 7% of the community voted no. So that is still in limbo. Some people see that as a negative, but really a 93 to 7% vote is pretty good for the start. We just missed our sell target on ETC and XRP, so we did get stopped out. We're still in profits. But I had a target one on Ethereum Classic, I think at $8.99 or $9, and we hit $8.89. So we got pretty close. XRP was a sell at 50 cents, and we got up to 48 or 49 cents. So unfortunately, we didn't get filled there, but that's why you stick to the plan. The stops worked out. We're still in the profit, and we'll continue to ride those as we see fit. You're not going to find the top or you're not going to find the bottom perfectly on anything. So you got to be happy with the winners. A lot of them are winners. Profit is profit, and then there is always another trade. Crypto is 24/7 ecosystem with 2,213 assets. If I make 5%, I can go find another 5-10% somewhere else. So that's what we're looking to do, and we'll continue to be looking for that.
There's some comments about institutions entering the market, but I remember when the channel started with Matt and I said the software would help us because you have a lot more people in here that's trading, emotional, have no experience, etc. So you could watch the price and volume. It would give you better trades. So I think I've proven that because I've had better luck with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum with the software than I've had on the stock software that I have at wyckoffsmi.com. So I don't think institutions, I showed a threefold increase in Japanese public getting involved in cryptos. I mean, I think there's so much volume, there's so much FOMO, there's so much emotion that I think those markets are going to somewhat stay easy to trade as we move forward. And I don't think institutions will screw that up. Institutions will be just as dumb as all of us.
And Edwin says the a-hole's screwing everything up.
But if they manipulate, they still got to show up in volume. That's what Wyckoff does, is monitor volume to see what the institutions are doing. So I can't agree with that because we're trying to figure out what they're doing. So if they're manipulating the markets, that's fine. Let me jump on their back and I'll ride their manipulation. So
also, I can't.
That's what we're trying to do.
I can't agree with that because I work for one of the institutions, who's probably going to get more involved with cryptos in the future as well. So
hey Todd, how do you trade when at all-time highs? I'm trying to not trade because the risk is higher here. I'm trying to stay long and put minor trades on because the problem is our Discord. We've got 180 new people, somewhat. Everybody wants to trade, and I don't have a buy and sell up here like I'm used to and that I post on the charts. I'm trying to give some short-term ideas, trying to raise, have a stop, whatever. So trying to give some value there, but the value still is coming up with solid buys and sells. And I do that with Wyckoff, not with Elliott Wave.
Jet says BTT is down, LOL. Well, Jet, maybe you're saying LOL because yesterday during the live show I told you to sell it, so maybe you didn't take advantage of that. We'll see. Hit me. I got your Telegram messages as well. I will get back in touch with you. T. Jung 111 says trading is going to be tougher and more manipulated with institutions, guys. Institutional players are quite stupid as well. They do bring in some sophisticated trading bots, but a lot of institutional traders, traditional market brokers, all these traders, they're just like everybody else. I mean, that's why they're paying a 40% premium to buy GPTC right now because they're not smart enough to even figure out how to buy the underlying. So I don't think that is very high IQ in the crypto market yet. It's going to take them a while to get used to crypto markets. They're very different than traditional markets. Very different. 24/7 versus the normal 12-hour finance day for traditional markets, A. B, volatility levels. They're used to trading over a week or two for maybe 10% gains. We know that you can see 10, 20, 30% gains in an hour. So I think it's going to be a good learning curve for institutional players. I think they're going to find themselves getting wrecked trying to margin trade. And I think a lot of the big name institutions, they're not even going to be trading this to begin with. They're buying and holding. They're buying a new asset class for the future, selling their products and services to clients, to retail investors like you and me. And they're going to make their fees. They're going to make their money off of fees versus actually trading the underlying assets, which is going to put wins behind the sales of the price action of these currencies and creates more use cases for a lot of these tokens.
Cardinal game Sunday. The wife and I's going, and you and your wife, and the K9s.
That is true. Joshua Jane says, hey, Nick, what's your thoughts on ADA to BTC chart right now? Todd, do you want to pull up the ADA to BTC? Personally, I'm a buyer and accumulating of ADA, anything between 900 to 1,000 sats. You are currently about 22 sats above the level that I would feel comfortable accumulating at. I think ADA, the Shelly, is supposed to be done by the end of the year. That's going to give another run like we saw a couple weeks ago, as people were hoping at the IOHK Summit he was going to announce the launch, but he didn't quite do it.
Yeah, there's ADA BTC, which is, I do not look at BTC paired charts. Nick does. I don't know what to say about that one.
Let it drop a little more and buy it. 900 to 1,000 sats. Mark my word. Hit that green bar and thank me later. What else we got in here?
Boom, chuck-a-luck. I'm out.
We're about out. Let's see if there's any more questions. Everyone says, let's hope they get wrecked as many times as possible, and the exchanges are the big winners with their fees. You can only market buys and market sells in this kind of a market. There you go.
Here's IOTA USD. Somebody, Brian, I think, mentioned that. I mean, that looks extremely good. And that was one everyone liked in the last bull run, so I wouldn't have any problem with owning that at all. ICX USD got to that 45 and couldn't do it. What did Matic do? I don't really watch that one.
It's coming back down after its massive Binance launch pump. It was one of the Binance Labs IEO launchpad bullshits.
Matic USDT. I had mentioned 1970. I'd be a buyer, so I guess that happened today.
There you go. Got filled.
I think you probably could own that, but I would rather own safer projects.
All right, that is about all we got. We went over a couple news articles, some technical analysis, some fundamental analysis, answered your guys' questions. Today's show just didn't feel as good as normal. I don't know what it was. I mean, it was good. Not as good as normal.
Feels good.
I thought it'd be a lot more gratifying to come on here during the red day and be like, boom, everybody who took our stops, you're in the profits right now. Enjoy the blood because we're making money.
Nope.
But, you know, just doesn't people just aren't as happy.
Gotta
Hopefully we'll get
bars.
more and more of you guys over in the Patreon channel, so all of you guys will be collecting on some gains as well. What'd you say?
Chris the Ish is here.
Nice.
He's wanting to talk tonight, so hopefully you got a few minutes here.
Oh, God.
Because I don't, but I will. I know I think he got off work, so.
All right, well, we got to do a business meeting, and I'm trying to get home to watch this NBA game, so we are going to wrap it up. That is all we got today. Find us on Twitter, find us on YouTube for free, or join us at patreon.com/learncrypto or learncrypto.io for more VIP access to Nick the Hitman Hellman and Todd the Todd Father Butterfield. Until next time, stay tuned for your daily updates on cryptocurrencies right here at Learn Crypto. Remember, guys, leave the emotions at the door. That's how you lose all your money.
See ya.
Hey, stay positive, pal. Most people, when they lose, they whine and quit. But you gotta be there for the turns. Everybody's got good luck, everybody's got bad luck. Don't run when you lose.
Play hard, play clean. Be careful out there.
We'll see you all again. Sleep tight.